Hello, and welcome back to the Home Reiki Meditation channel. I'm Sir Manartha, and today's video I'm going to be giving a brief introduction on the founder of Reiki. Reiki was created by Mikai Usui, hopefully I'm saying that name right. I never really actually heard it pronounced, so I'm guessing Usui. Usui Sensei from 1865 to 1926. Mikai Usui was the originator of what we today call Reiki. He was born on August 15, 1865 in the village of Taniyamura in the Yamagata district of Gifu, Prefecture, Kyoto. So he was a Leo. Mikai Usui probably came from a wealthy family, as at that time only children from wealthy families could get a good education. As a child, he studied in a Tendai Buddhist monastery school. Entering at an early age, he was also a student of different martial arts. His memorial states that he was a talented, hard-working student. He liked to read, and his knowledge of medicine, psychology, fortune-telling, and theology of religions around the world, including the Kyoto Buddhist Bible, was vast. He married, and his wife's name was Sadako. They had a son born 1907 and a daughter. Usui Sensei studied and traveled to Western countries and China several times. This was encouraged during the Meiji era and later to learn and study Western ways. During his life, Mikai Usui held many different professions, such as public servant, office worker, industrialist, reporter, politician secretary, missionary, supervisor of convicts, so that's basically he worked at a prison. He also worked as a private secretary to a politician, Shinpei Goto, who was Secretary of the Railroad Postmaster General and Secretary of the Interior and State. So he's held some pretty respectable, lofty positions. At some point in his life, he became a Tendai Buddhist monk priest, what we in the West call a lay priest. On several occasions, he took a form of meditation lasting 21 days. On his memorial, it says that at one time this took place on Mount Kurama, also known as Horse Saddle Mountain. This is where he is supposed to have been given the inspiration for his system of healing. Reiki, it is very likely that he incorporated ideas and knowledge about healing from other systems, both spiritual and physical, like Chinese medicine, other Eastern healing systems like Qigong, the Japanese equivalent Kiko, acupuncture, and others. Mikai Usui found that the healing techniques contained within the spiritual system worked well on various ailments, and in April 1922, he opened his first school clinic in, please bear with me on this, Harajuku, Tokyo. Usui had a small manual, which is now translated into English and published by Western Reiki master living in Japan, Frank Arhava Pater, under the title The Original Handbook of Dr. Mikai Usui. Mikai Usui's skills as a healer and teacher must have been very good, and his fame spread very quickly throughout Japan. This was a time of great change in Japan, opening up to the West, and changes both in government and religion. His teachings became popular among the older people, who saw them as a return to old ideals and spiritual practices. His school clinic was formed not just for the spiritual teachings, but it was also a way for people to obtain healing. As people in general at this time in Japan's history were very poor, healing sessions were very cheap or free, according to Japanese history articles. Healing and other similar practices at this time could be given for a minimal cost or most likely for free. Reiki students seem to have worked with the teacher as a sort of payment. A small monetary fee might also have been involved. The Usui teachings included teaching people how to heal themselves, a very central point still in Reiki today. That's the foundation, what you learn in lesson 1. You learn self-healing and general healing on others, and then lesson 2, you learn distance healing. Lesson 3, or level 3 actually, not lesson, is when you learn the mastery of it on how to be a teacher, how to attune others to teaching in Reiki, and set up class and clinic structure. Excuse me. Let's see. Would be the Usui teachings included teaching people how to heal themselves, a very central point still in Reiki today. Healing would be given to them, and they were taught how to heal themselves. In 1923, on the 1st of September, an earthquake shook Tokyo and Yokohama, measuring 7.9 on the Richter scale. The epicenter was 50 miles from Tokyo. Over 140,000 deaths were reported. The majority were killed in the fire started by the earthquake. It was the greatest natural disaster in Japanese history. Mikai Usui and his students started to give healings in the area, and the demand and need for Reiki was enormous. And as a result of his work, he became even more famous. In 1925, Usui had become so busy that he had to open a new, larger school outside Tokyo in Nakano. As he traveled widely, his senior students would continue with his work when he was away from his school clinic. Dr. Mikai Usui passed away on March 9, 1926, at the age of 62. He is buried in this one's kind of a hard one for me to pronounce, Sahojai Temple in Suganami-ku, Tokyo. Later, his students created and erected a large memorial stone next to his grave, describing his life and work. Much of the new information about Usui Sensei comes from the translation of this memorial. 3 levels of teachings. Usui Sensei's teachings were divided into 6 levels. Shodan, 4 levels. Okadan, 2 levels. And Shinpei Den, the beginning level student. Shodan had to work hard at increasing their own spirituality before being able to move on to the Okadan, inner teachings level. Not many students reach the next level of Shinpei-den, mystery, secrets, techniques. It is reported that he had taught his system of healing to well over 2,000 people, and what we in the West call Reiki Masters, and no such title existed in Japan at this time, to 15 to 17 people. I hope you enjoyed this little lesson on the founder of Reiki, Mikai Usui, who is a man of many talents and brought many contributions through his studies and practices, and that we can all benefit and learn from it today. Hopefully, if you are a practicing practitioner, then you already have a foundation of this knowledge and can appreciate the gratitude and the gift that has been bestowed in Reiki energy. If you're not and you have an interest in learning Reiki, please feel free to reach out to me, send a message through my Gmail at sermonartha@gmail.com. Or if you like this video, please feel free to give it a like, comment, share, and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts on it. Hopefully I did it justice, and if there's any error, it's on my part, pronunciation-wise. So if I'm pronouncing something wrong, please just feel free to let me know, and I will work on that. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and please keep healing. With that, have a good day.